Alright guys, someone was asking me how I was actually working on the car. They were asking how I was doing all my sanding, my paint stripping, everything to get down to the bare metal and get it pretty smooth like this. So the first thing I would do is I got some aircraft stripper. I got this from, it was like AutoZone. Um, I originally got this stuff from Home Depot, and that they said that was their strongest stuff, but it actually didn't really work that well. So I ended up going and getting some paint stripper. This is probably the um, third, maybe the third can I've used. Um, Basically, um, whenever I used it, I do have a little thing right here. I basically just put some paint stripper in here, and I'd use a paintbrush, and I'd just pour some on, and then I just rub it with the paintbrush. But for the most part, we'll do a little dab right here. All right, paintbrush. So you kind of just get it on the spots that don't really have that have paint on it. Now, the one thing that I was doing wrong before was the areas that I had originally put paint stripper on, and you know, either didn't wipe off or got to the point where I was this chair's not moving here. The part where I would just brush it on, scrape it off, and then I'd put more paint stripper back on. And that actually started taking me a while because the paint started to absorb all the paint stripper, and then it actually didn't even like take the paint off. So I did end up getting a sander, and I would just get like a towel, and I'd sand the dry spots after it had dried, or I would just take a towel and wipe the excess off, and I would do a quick sand and then wipe again. This is one half that I've actually been I'm letting it sit on here for about 10 minutes now, and it starts to work almost immediately on areas that I haven't actually used, and some of this you can actually start to see like the paint like bubble up like right there. So while it's doing its job, you would actually go to an area and multitask and do something else. So I have been sanding the bottom side of the car over here. Obviously it's harder to see, and I don't know if most people pay attention to this part as much, but I found out, actually just the other day, I do have a hole here. Now, this was covered by paint and Bondo, and the best part was, maybe I already threw it away. Well, I threw it away. This hole was filled in with, and I'll turn this on here. This hole was filled in with screen door screen, and then they ended up putting Bondo just so it'd stick to the screen door screen, and then after that they just put the the Bondo over it, and then they painted it and whatnot. So yeah, that's the hole. It's pretty gnarly in there. I know that I'm gonna have to cut probably from from here to about here, and there is a dent right over there. So I'll have to patch that. That should be a pretty simple patch job. Yeah, so we'll go back to the paint stripping though. Whoa. So now that it's obviously been bubbling for a while, you know, it should be little effort to actually take it off. You know, sometimes you can't, obviously you can scrape, you know, as much as you want. I mean, it's just metal, so you're going to be sanding it anyway. So if you get any scratches on it, it's going to be sanded, and then you have to end up putting epoxy primer, or some people do body filler again. But, you know, that's just about it. That's how I've been doing all the work here. It's, you know, it's pretty easy to just do the sandblasting. Sandblasting was obviously the way to go. You pay, what is it, $800 to $1,000, and just blast the whole car, and then it's done. Most people don't really have that kind of cash laying around, so. But yeah, you know, you get all of these parts, that part over there. Those are all ready to be primered. I still have to finish this. It's the grooves on here that kind of suck. And then I can get this, and I can patch that on, and then I'll get back to this side over here. I still have one more door to do. The other door is done. Yeah, this side, I haven't paid attention as much to this side because it's right next to my wall. So I have to, you know, my car is on rollers, so I got to roll the car around. Hopefully I can spin it around maybe on sometime this weekend. I do have a motor that's kind of blocking it from my commuter car, and I have a dog blocker thing. But yeah, so that's it. If you have any questions, if you want me to videotape anything else, let me know. For a while I was using a air compressor sander. That's this one. I got this one. It was really cheap. I got this for, I don't know, $20 at Harbor Freight, and it works really well. The only thing that I didn't really that's been taking me a long time is you have to let this air compressor rest. At least this one, you have to. It has to rest at 20 minutes. So if I run out of air, I have to have it off for 20 minutes, or I have to work really slowly. So I did buy myself an electric sander. Definitely buy an electric sander because you don't have to rest. It's a lot quicker. So I'll probably have this panel done hopefully by this week. I can get started on the door, and then I can get started sanding on the inside, getting all the surface rust off, and I'm probably not going to take off all the paint in here. I'm probably going to scuff it up pretty good, so when I get it painted, I'll definitely be able to, you know, the paint will stick. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, you can always just message me, or you can go to my Hybrid Z thread, just message me on there. It's Alex731. And alright, thank you.